Welcome to the 5 minutes Power BI. Now let's try to load some data in the Power BI. Since I have shown you in the last video that we have multiple options to load the data, I will just go through it again. You can see some options over here in the menu bar, in the taskbar, sorry, in the title, in the top of the window over here. You can see there is one icon says getting data. If you want to use or get the data from any other sources like any server, you can see number of servers over here. If you click on the more over here, then you can see a lot of other options from where you can fetch the data into the Power BI, but you must have some login details for those relevant servers so that you can log in and then extract the data. But for now, let's just make it simple and load the data from the desktop. It will be an Excel book. So we have an Excel book icon separately mentioned over there as well. You can see the Excel icon over here as well, and you can see the Excel workbook in the get data option as well. In case you have the CSV text file, you can choose from here CSV text as well. So let's load the data first. Let me just click on Excel workbook. I will just go to the documents. I will have some sample data over here. Let's take some superstore data as a sample data and just click on that. Now Power BI is extracting and getting the data into the Power BI from the Excel part. You can see it's loading. There is one window appearing which says the navigator window. The navigator window will give you the preview that what tabs are there in the superstore data. You can see we have multiple tabs. If you click on any of them, it will give you the preview that what is in that tab. One by one you can check. The main tab is the superstore data, but it will not show you all the results. As you can see, this is just a preview, so it has truncated data due to size limits, but when you load it, it will completely load that data. So let's assume that we just want to use the superstore data for the sake of learning. We can just click on that. If you want to use all the tabs, you can just click all and then load the data, but for now we can just use the superstore part. Now there is an option over here as a load, and there is also another option of transform data over here. So for now we will just for this video we will just use the load tab. I will explain the transform data later on. This tab is basically used when you want to play with the data to fix some data types, fix some errors, or fix some column names, or reorder them. So but for now we will not go into that part. We'll just load the data and see what happens. So I will just click on load, and now you can see it's loading the data. As I mentioned in the previous video, there are some containers over here. This is the data container, this is the visualization container. When your data will be loaded, it will be appearing over here on the right side. It will show the fields of the data. Now you can see the superstore data is appearing. It's been loaded. If you click on the drop down, now you see all the fields which are appearing in the superstore data. You can see there are some calendar mark with some dates. Power BI automatically detects if there is any date column over there, and it puts the icon for the calendar over here. If you drop on it, you can also have a date hierarchy, which means that you can play the data with respect to the year or quarter or month or a day. So it's all up to you. Okay, so these are all the columns which will be which are in the superstore, but now your data is loaded. This is confirmed. You can also see the data in the tab table view, as I mentioned in the last video. So if you click on that, now you can see this is all the data which we have loaded. It has 9,994 rows. All the columns are showing over there. You can just click on the column and use it as you use in the Excel as well, making some filter or selecting any particular ones. You can also change the data types on the top. From here you can see if there is any text you want to change it into the number or the date or the time. You can just move and convert the data type from here as well. Since we have only loaded one data, so there will be only this table showing in the relationship model view as well. If there are more than one tables loaded, then there must be some another table over here through which you can connect those two tables with respect to some particular key. Most of the times it's kind of a region or date or any kind of a product key or a customer ID. You normally connect two tables with each other. So here you are. Now you have loaded the data successfully. We have loaded the Excel file over here. Similarly, you can load the CSV file. If you want to load anything from any server, for example SQL server, you can click on that as well. but there you will have to give the credentials of the server name and the data type, and obviously once you give the data it will be loading the data as well. So that's it for now. We hope that you will join us in the next videos as well. Now we'll explore further the Power BI. We will explore the visuals option over here, and we can see that what other things are there in the Power BI interface. Okay, see you in the next video.